Hello Bettafish fam, and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited about today's video because I am setting up a tank for a giant betta. I'm sure you saw the title, so you probably know what is going down, but today I'm just going to be setting up the tank. You won't be seeing the betta because I am going to let the tank cycle for several days before I put him in. So I'm going to show you what I am going to do, kind of show you my little drawn out plan, and let's get started. So it is a bit of a mess right now, but you know what, this is just reality. So this is my desk. This is kind of what I have going here. I have my decor, I have towels on the ground, and if you do not conduct water changes and just have towels spread all over your floor, you are not doing it right. But this is some water that I've had sitting overnight, and I actually did a 50% water change on William's tank last night, including the waste, and I kept everything in there because to get this tank kind of cycled quickly, I need a lot of beneficial bacteria, and I need a source of ammonia, which is going to be the waste that I included in there. So I'm going to be dumping that in the tank, as well as just some fresh water to kind of get everything going. This is my substrate that I'm going to be using, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of get that in there. But before that, I want to show you the plan. It's upside down, but I want to show you the plan that I have drawn out here. So I will have to run by the Dollar Tree probably sometime today to grab a few of the finishing touches, but I'm thinking for this tank here, I'm going to do some gravel kind of high up, and then I'm going to work it toward the back in a slope. I'm going to add this little piece of decor right here. And then when I stop by Dollar Tree, I'm gonna look for those little clear terrarium pieces that are a couple inches wide in diameter, and I'm gonna try to find a way to hang it. I'm thinking I'm going to need something like a dowel or some sort of thing, maybe some wire to stretch across the top to hang it off of, but I don't know. We will worry about the details later. But for right now, I'm just going to get the gravel in there, get my sponge filter in there, and if you did not watch the video on how I set this up, go watch it. It is a really good video, and I will be testing it out, so I'm really hoping that it works. I am going to get all my plants in there, but I may not do that this morning just because I'm going to kind of let everything cycle, get the water working. But I do already have the large majority of them just sitting here. They've been here for a few weeks, so they've been growing, they're super healthy, and they are ready for a tank. Well, let's go ahead and get the gravel in there. Man, it is already looking super cool, and I'm already getting even more excited about this. And I'm so sorry for the glare. This doesn't always happen, but it's always such a struggle with filming in aquarium glass. There's always that glare. And it is a little bit hard to see it just because the rocks are black. But there is a slope here. It is definitely visible. But I'm going to go ahead and add the heater, and I'm going to add the sponge filter. A lot of times I notice that if I fill it up with water first and then I put the plants, even though I will have my arms in there and everything, I tend to do a lot better because the plants will just float up, they won't bend over, and I can get a much better idea of what everything's going to look like when I'm done. So the tank is looking really good already, but I am going to have to add a few finishing touches, like I said, and the plants I will be adding later. So I'm just gonna go ahead, get some water in there, get everything cycling. I'm going to turn on the air pump, turn on the heater, everything, and then just make sure everything's working. The thermometer keeps falling. That was that noise. If you heard it, it kind of scared me for a minute. Another extra measure that I am going to take, in addition to adding water from William's tank with the waste and the beneficial bacteria, I'm going to be taking a little sponge that I have in the back of his tank that gets filled up with all kinds of stuff and bacteria as well, and I'm going to just be squeezing it in there once I get everything filled. So let's go ahead and get the water. I will not be filming the part where I am bending over the sink filling a tiny pot with water and making trips again and again, but I will speed it up for you and you'll just see me pouring in the water. So that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add water. But if you are setting up a fish tank for the first time, go watch my little short video on the cycling process. Because I already have a fish tank set up, I'm going to try to get that dramatically jump started by adding all this stuff, the used water, by squeezing the old filter in there. I'm going to be putting a lot of beneficial bacteria in there already. But if you don't have a fish tank to do this when you are setting up a tank, if you're setting up your first tank, then you need to get acquainted with the nitrogen cycle and the process that it takes to acquire that before you put any fish, although you can do a fishless cycle. I will be putting this piece of plastic wrap down in the bottom as I pour the water just to keep it from displacing everything. But since I don't have any plants set up, this is actually pretty ideal because if anything moves, really it's just going to be a substrate and I can fix it right back. It is looking really good. I'm loving it. The water's clear, so I'm super stoked about that. I put a few flakes and stuff in there just to get everything going. I think this is going to be a success. I think we're going to do really well, but it's going to look so much cooler once I get everything in there. The plants, I may even be grabbing a few larger rocks just to kind of accent some things. I think that would look really cool. But other than that, I have done the load of the work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and plug in the sponge filter and the heater. Everything is running smoothly. I plugged it up and y'all, I cannot believe how quiet it is. The only noise is coming from that air pump back there, but you can't hardly hear that. I did forget to grab the filter from William's sponge and squeeze it out, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. He had the water changed last night and the water's only a little bit cloudy, so that's good. He's doing well. I think he wants breakfast. I haven't fed him breakfast yet. He's excited, and the light is coming in today as well. I'm getting this exact one. I absolutely love it. I got it a little over a week ago, and it is so awesome. It has all these different modes. It has 3 different color modes, 4 or 5 different dimming modes. Timer, which I haven't used. I just turned it off manually here, but the filter is back here, so I have to remove the top piece. I'm just gonna pull this off and squeeze it out into the tank. Ah, dripping water everywhere. And it's hard to see, but there is a lot of stuff coming out of there. My light came in. I actually ordered another one of these. I already ordered one a while back for William's tank and I love it. So let's get this set up real quick. Gonna pull off the feet. The feet just come right off it, so it's super handy. Sometimes they do stick a little bit. The plastic ones tend to get stuck a little bit as you adjust, so you just have to be kind of patient with it. There we go. Turns out I can't use the metal feet. So I'll just be putting the other ones back on. I will leave a link to this as well as any other products mentioned in the description. Come on. You made it in already. This way to even it out. Come on. It only comes up about 1 inch from the top, so it's really nice. Has a good amount of clearance, so it's not too close to plants. I'll probably put a few floating plants here, but it's probably hard to tell in the video, but the water is actually cloudy. It's pretty cloudy, but this is actually a really good thing, and this is actually really encouraging because I have not tested the water perimeters just yet. However, a lot of times for established tanks, whenever you perform water changes, it will be cloudy because the beneficial bacteria realized, oh wait, we need to multiply, we need more because all this new water and stuff came in and we need to just rebalance. I might just test it tomorrow. But the filter is working. It's an absolute hoss. I am so glad that I got this filter. I mean, you can see it, it looks dirty. And my first impulse was just to clean it. But then I thought, well, everything in there is the waste and whatnot that I added, and that's actually going to help establish that filter and get all of the beneficial bacteria and everything in it. Also, drop a little comment about what color you think the new resident is going to be. I'm just interested to see your guesses, and because he is not going to be in this video, he's going to be in another video. I found them. They have it. They have it with the little hole in the side. That'd be perfect to stick a little plant in there, so I'm gonna pick up one of these. Perfect. Well, this is about it for the plants. I've added everything and it looks so good. I will be adding a few more. I might throw a leaf hammock or two kind of in the background just to add some stuff on the surface, but I still have to add the hanging room, and I'll probably add a little tunnel or something right there. But as far as plants, that's about all I'm gonna do. I might pick up a few more from a friend, but other than that, I will add a little bit of frog bed. Well, this is day 2 or 3, I don't know, and I was trying to figure out something to hang this off of because I want it to kind of hang about there, but there's nothing to tie it to, and I'm gonna use some fishing string, but I couldn't find anything. I thought maybe if there was a dowel, because there's these, so that would keep it from rolling forward. I could wedge some plants in there too, which would be super cool, but I couldn't find anything. And then I thought, oh wait, we have a bunch of extra hangers. So I just cut the whole bottom off with some wire cutters, and boom, there you have it. Well, y'all, that is it for this week's video. Needless to say, I am super excited. I will be getting my Betta in 3 or 4 days. So if you are early to this video, it will not be out yet. If you are late, then we'll find a link to that video in the description, so check it out. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.